Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hello, happy Thursday. We have a town hall coming in just a few hours from now. And to be honest with you guys, I was not planning on streaming at least not during the day. I was going to stream later on this evening with Lorcas and Tails, as we were going to do a little post town hall recap, as well as another ghost card tournament, which should be up and running. I'm going to need to double check this. Hold on. Lorcas just said it was. Yep, perfect. Okay, so it is up for 8 p.m. my time, which is about 6.5 hours from now. But I was apparently not doing anything important enough, and I got the notification that we had hit 99k, and I was like, screw it. You know what, let's just go live, because why not remember this moment, right? I could be working on finishing the lyrics of this song that I've been writing for so long, and that's exactly what I was doing. And then I saw the 99k alert pop up on my phone. I was like, screw it. We're doing two live streams today. There's a town hall, there's a ghost card tournament. We're going all in on Bitcoin, crypto, Splinterlands, all of that. So music will have to wait until tomorrow. That is what is up. That is where we're at. As you can hear, my voice is still not fully recovered. So still trying to make it through. But I am pumped. I'm excited. You're in the bull run when I have a problem of, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I need to check what the Bitcoin price is. Right. And what's made this worse is because just for like better sleep habits for me, I don't keep my phone anywhere near my bed anymore when I sleep. I make sure that it's like literally on the other side of the room. Yet the pull, the allure of everything, where I just like wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, but I gotta know. And then I convince myself, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I got to run to the bathroom or something. Just got to do something to get up so that I can check the damn price of Bitcoin. So we are fully back in bull run mode, baby. I mean, it is so close, so freaking close to 100K. You know what's funny? I shouldn't have refreshed this page. So we have Splinter cards up right now. I should not have refreshed this page because I had not refreshed it since last night. And it was sitting at $93,000, if you can believe it. So we're up like $5,000 to $6,000 just since the last time I had refreshed this page, which is absolutely wild. Let me refresh it once again, because I know 100K is gonna be, that's gonna be a tough one. I hope that we're able to hit it on the live stream today, now or later. But either way, should be a good one. So hold up, let me just see. Okay, hold on. Let me respond to Lorcas here. All right, sweet. So we have this tournament coming up, and then I just want to show that out real quick. Again, it is essentially free to join. If you need a DEC to join, please do let me know. I do want you to participate. But we've done this a couple weeks in a row now. Myself, I guess it's the Trinity. Myself, Lorcas, and Tails. And so you can come through if you win or you do well, or even if you're just in the audience, there's a chance that you can get delegation of some maxed Rebellion cards. And so I would love to have you join us. Like I said, that's going to be later tonight. I don't have the live stream set up for that yet, mainly because I don't know what time I'm going to start. I would like to jump in actually during the town hall, if possible, do some of it live, but I got to coordinate that a little bit with my other co-hosts. So we shall see how that goes. I will have some, I'll be busy up until like 6:30 or 7 anyway, so like an hour beforehand. So all of that's going to be a little bit up in the air, but as long as I can get to the gym, do what I need to do, yada, 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 I am all in for a very exciting night around Splinterlands with two of my buddies. I don't know, what do I call you guys? I've gotten to hang out with Tails, obviously, and Tails is awesome. Lorcas, I met briefly at Splinterfest, but I can't say that we had like, extended time together or an extended conversation. So it's been really nice to get to know him over these past couple of live streams. But they're super fun to hang with, and I hope you guys will join us. And yeah, we'll continue this as hopefully Bitcoin goes to 100K and SPS goes to $1. Oops, did I say that out loud? Oh, one can only hope. JB, 100K incoming. Let's freaking go. Renee says BTC 100K when SPS to 10 cents. Okay. Baby steps first, right? Yeah, we need to get some baby steps in. Brandon's in the house. We hit 100K. We did not. We hit 99K. But I've noticed, and I don't think it has anything to do with my karma or my special powers, but I have noticed that whenever I put a price into the title, we don't hit it in the stream, but we hit it shortly afterwards. So I'm trying to manifest the future here with 100K Bitcoin. Mainly because it'd be nice if it popped off either now or sometime later today, because we'll be doing another. I mean, it's a good day, man. It's a Splinterlands Town Hall. God, you know what? I gotta say though, with this Town Hall hype, as Leandro was saying, Town Hall hype, they cannot drop the ball. I talked about this yesterday, but they cannot drop the ball. If your Town Hall is at this point in time and there's so much excitement and people are just waiting to hear what you have in line. Oh, and Bitcoin also hits 100K on the day of your Town Hall. This cannot be a bad Town Hall. And I mean, sorry, the way that I'm phrasing that might be confusing. This better not be a bad Town Hall. This needs to be an amazing Town Hall. If everybody's already hyped and we come out of the Town Hall feeling less hyped when Bitcoin is flirting with 100K, that's a very bad sign. Okay. So I don't know what they're going to need to do. If they need to bring Aggie on to talk through and hype everybody up, if they need to give out free SPS and Rebellion packs, I don't care. But this Town Hall needs to be the most hyped thing ever in the history of Splinterlands Town Halls if Bitcoin is going to be crossing 100K on the same day. All right. So Dragon says, I'm not putting any pressure, but Dragon says, we've been summoned. How's everyone? I can't wait for the Town Hall. Should be a good one. Hopefully. Dragon, what's going on? Yep. Let's see. We are booming. Ghost Card Tourney joins. Let's go. But you can always ask Nova the price. Indeed. I should ask Nova. I should ask Nova more. I need to get back on that. My equipment was not working well. So let's see. Leandro. No, this is not right. Leandro, how can you follow this channel? How can you be subscribed to this channel and not have any Bitcoin? I mean, it's like you don't even know me. It's like you don't even, I thought we were friends, and now I'm just sad for you. Well, either way, bro, just get off zero, man. I mean, I know everybody likes to play in the alts, but I hope you don't have to learn the hard way. It's Bitcoin only, baby. All right. Oh, Tails is here. By the way, I really like your latest song, By Your Side. Thank you, Tails. I appreciate it, man. I was just telling everybody about our live stream tonight, which I'm looking forward to. All right. So Renee says, when is the tourney? I'm not home at the moment. Watching from mobile. No keychain here. No worries. So the tournament is in about 6 hours. It's literally right after the Town Hall. Town Halls usually go about 2 hours. That starts at 6 p.m. Central. We have the tournament, as you can see on the screen here, starting at 8 p.m. Central. So technically right as the Town Hall ends, and we will be live streaming that and kind of discussing it. Well, we'll be live streaming the tournament, but I'm sure we'll be discussing a lot of the Town Hall in that. So let's freaking go. Tail says next stream title SPS 10 cents hanging hype. Oh man, I hope so. Here's the thing, like there's gonna be so many inappropriate jokes from this because I was about to say I really don't want to pop too early, but I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Part of me wants there to be a little bit of sustained, slow and steady growth, mainly because if SPS does start to take off, we have not gotten through the backlog of DEC yet, which means it's going to be rather volatile. People are not burning it for the flywheel. They're just speculating, and speculators, while inherently aren't like bad, it's just there's a little bit more volatility there. What I would love, obviously, is for people who want to play the game, come in, buy 10,000, 20,000 SPS at a time, slowly and steadily stack up, remove that from the remove that from the liquid supply, and are also buying, and burning any and all of the extra DEC that we have, so that by the time we get to the point where the flywheel is activated, we start off burning more SPS in terms of quantity rather than dollar value, which just makes the supply crunch even greater. But yeah, so I mean, look, I'll take it. If we jump to 10 cents tomorrow or by the end of the year, like that, if we jump to 10 cents by the end of the year, like all my models are broken. Like Papa Bear, like I would just literally have to like take a sledgehammer to Papa Bear's house and like figure out what we can expect in the future. I really don't want to be that guy. I really don't want to be that person on YouTube that I kind of despise from the last bull run, where it's just like, oh man, where are we going from here? Right? I kind of want to stick to my guns of like, I think SPS blow off top at 10 cents, and then be incredibly wrong, right? But the thing is, if you get the hype up too early and we're at 10 cents and it's like not even January, I'll be like, well, where do I go from here? I can't be Papa Bear anymore. So all right, Renee says 6.5 hours. All right, thank you. Oh, sorry, that was Dragon to Renee. Thank you. All right, Banana says not having any Bitcoin is bananas. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, I mean, it was risky to hold Bitcoin probably last decade, but this decade, I think the risk is all in not holding any Bitcoin, unless you have some other assets that, you know, are going to inflate appropriately, then sure. But Bitcoin is the hardest asset in the world, and governments love to print their money. Stage Problem says, I'm ordering a pizza. Want one? Oh man, you know, I actually really do. I'm craving a pizza right now, but I'm in the zone of like, I'm just strict. I've been calorie restriction. I've been fasting. I've been lifting. I've been running. I'm down a ton of pounds. I feel fantastic. And all of this is just a prep for the holidays, because I'm heading back to my hometown, Chicago, next week for the holidays. And I'm already counting like the cheat days. I'm like, all right, I have to limit it to that, so I don't like destroy this progress. I kind of want to hit January 1st, having already accomplished my goals, I guess, from 2024. So that I can set new goals for 2025. You know what I mean? When everybody comes in with their resolutions or whatever, I don't want my health resolutions to be like, oh yeah, it's just recycled from last year. So I'm using these last 6 weeks of the year to try and knock it out. But that pizza does sound freaking good. Oh man, this is what's gonna suck. I'm gonna be in Chicago and I'm going to have to get some deep dish pizza. It's just gonna have to happen. All right, so Tail says, it appears my YouTube mix with Griffin. Whoa, well, thank you for letting me know. That's awesome. I listen to Griffin all the time, so great to be associated with good music. Renee says, awesome. I can play, then pray I don't forget. Yeah, it happens. Well, I'll try to be live during that time as well, or at least the plan is for me to be live during that time. With Tails and Lorcas, so hopefully, if you're on YouTube, you'll get a notification or something. All right, let's see what's next. I'm also a 0 BTC holder, but my SPS bag is nice. All right, well, you know, this is not financial advice, but I would just highly recommend doing a little bit of research on Bitcoin. You know, getting off zero is important, but understanding why you're getting off zero is probably even more important. All right, so Tail said, I posted an overview of Parallel News and Hype this morning on YouTube. Exciting stuff. Oh, I got to check that out. Hopefully an SPL video coming after tonight's town hall. Indeed. Tails, you're like my go-to for Parallel stuff now. I'm just hanging on for dear life to my Prime tokens. Like whenever I talk to you, I'm like, oh, okay, I need to add a little bit more of the bag. All right, let's do it. Okay. So what was the value of SPS when Bitcoin was at 15K? Are you talking about like 2 years ago, 2022 FTX collapse? Because that happened roughly 2 years ago. It looks like Tails has the answer for you. Oh my God, it was 3.6 cents. It's like 3.5x where we're at right now. Should have made that trade, man. Should have made that trade. Thanks, Tails. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. So make sure you guys enter in the tournament. Why? I thought I entered. Oh, there was like a blockchain block slope processing or something. Oh, maybe I should do my brawls now. Oh, no, I did enter. We only have 5 people, but I think the tournament just went live. Oh, this must be my bot. So let's see if I can hop into a battle. I've been very happy not playing any battles and just letting the bot run. Ooh, hold up. MicroStrategy is down to 426. Hold on. I need to text someone to buy. So, oh, you know what? At this point, I don't think I'll be able to get anything in before the bot does. To do. Oh, we're gonna use Lorcus because we have it. This is my last day with Lorcus. Gold foil, baby. All right, 1. Who are my big boys? I want you. I like them big. I like them chunky. I don't know who else to put in. I mean, I guess I'm gonna put in Dr. Blight because he's Dr. Blight, but is there anyone else? 5 mana, 4 mana. Oh, maybe like Mana Warden would be cool. Yeah, you know what? Just I don't know, for the hell of it. Why not? Ah, damn it. It's already been resolved. All right, let's see. Let's see if the bot picked better than me. Whoa, look at this. This is... Oh, okay, never mind. All right, I know my computer's going to slow down like crazy. Dude, this is wild. My computer can't handle it. Okay, never mind. But we won almost 5 SPS, which would be almost $5 3 years ago. But not today. But not today. Renee says, did SPS hit over $1 or not? I mean, it did back in the day. Hold up. Somebody call me. Hold on. Where's MicroStrategy? Yeah, $421. Oh, Bitcoin's back down? Must be bad luck. Okay, I don't even want to deal with that. Let's go back here. So we're at 98. Oh, we're at 98.4. It's still within striking distance. So did SPS hit over $1? It did very briefly. I don't know how long it lasted, but it was not like more than a day or so. Donkey Kong very happy. No, I'm just kidding. I think you mean Darkest Night. But still, whenever I see DK, I think Donkey Kong. Actually, because he spells it without the K. He spells it DN or NYTE. But that's funny. Yeah, I'm sure he's really happy about that trade. Although, as I've been saying, for people who've been following along with the Darkest Night updates, like I said, I had a long conversation with him yesterday before streaming. I think I mentioned it while I was on stream, but we briefly touched on Splinterlands, and he was talking about how he needed to grab some SPS at this point because it was at a penny, and we were talking about crypto. But then you know what's funny, Tails? He got distracted because he was just like, should I buy SPS or whatever? And again, he was like thinking about it. He's like, oh wait, but maybe I should buy Prime instead because Prime is down. And I was like, yeah, that's not bad either. All right, hold on. I can't, dude, everybody's calling me right now. What is going on? I sent one text saying MicroStrategy dipped to 420, and now people are calling me. What? Like, why do you need to talk about it? Just go freaking buy. Not financial advice for you guys. Only financial advice for the people that I'm texting. I'll call him back. All right, State of Survival says, when Bitcoin stops distribution, I think we all get service charged up the wazoo. I mean, after all the Bitcoin is given out, the only way to make money is to be a validator server, or am I wrong? Well, there's no validators because it's not proof of stake. It is proof of work, but the fees on the network would then be paid out by, sorry, what am I thinking here? The fees on the network would pay out to the miners. So, I don't think that they choose. Yeah, I don't think that they can choose to, like, you know, raise the prices of the fees. That's not how it works. All that stuff is automated. Depends on the traffic on the network, depends on the price. Oh, damn it. We're back down to 98. So yeah. But also we're like 100 years away from that. 110, I think. It's 2141 or 2140. So never mind. It's more than 110. 115 almost. JB says, Dark Knight has some land in my region. At that price, it will never sell. Tell him to lower and I'll pick it up. Wait, he put something for sale and it's still up and available? Doesn't that stuff come off the market after like 30 days? Or maybe he just recently put it up for sale. You guys think we'll hear more about hardcore mode today? What's the big reveal coming into the town hall tonight? What do you think they're gonna give us? If there was gonna be something, what do you think it would be? Wait, did I win this battle or not? Oh yeah, I did. Sweet. Let me see here. There we go. Dragon says, I think we'll get hardcore news, whatever that is. Okay. Now, the better question is, do you think hardcore mode comes out in 2024 or is it a 2025 project? Just like everything else. Because we know Land is coming out later. We know Glamour's coming out after hardcore mode. And yeah, the tech monetization stuff, I did a video on that yesterday. Like, that's not going to change anything. Like, sorry, that's not going to, like, getting an app in the store is not going to bring players in. But it'll make it easier for when players actually start coming in to get involved in the game. Tails says, I am crossing my fingers that it is not a bot farm mode. You know, well, I wonder, just to kind of dig into this a little bit, what would be a bot farm mode? So I know in your video, Tails, and if you guys haven't watched Tails' video on his theory for, what's that called? For hardcore mode, I would highly recommend it. And I would highly recommend it in the next couple of hours, just in case we get the details, because then it won't be a theory anymore. It'll be a correct or incorrect theory. But what I liked, I remember your thought process on, like, it has to be like human only. But what if, like, bots are allowed, but it's just not catering to bot farms? In the same way that Wild right now is bot friendly, but we're not seeing bot farms there, or at least not, you know, at the level that they used to be. All right, Renee says maybe some Soul Keep news. Oh, that's the wrong game, bro. They do their own thing now. I don't think Splinterlands wants to talk anything about that. But it would be great to hear something from Soul Keep. I don't know where things are at. I haven't been keeping track. Let me go into the Discord right now. Let's see. Oh, they do have some Soul Keep updates. All right, so yesterday, Here is the promised document highlighting all the changes associated with the latest events and game new season. We'll implement those changes during the next week and make sure the game is up and fully functional. With those changes latest at the end of the month. We totally understand. Okay, well, you know what? That might have to read into that a little bit later. So there is some news if you want to go check into the Discord channel for Soul Keep updates, Renee. I doubt that we see any of that covered in the Splinterlands Town Hall, though. So Lapsa says, I, by the way, think that you video on Town Hall, most anticipated things, was missing my biggest one. Marketing updates. What have the Hire Guys done and what are they doing next and on what scale? So you know why I didn't include that? It's because if you go into, because that's a great suggestion, right? I think we're all waiting for that. We've been waiting for that for months at this point, even before there was a person assigned or hired. But if you go into the Town Hall chat, Town Hall, what's that called? Discord channel where Matt answers questions. On 11/11, which is exactly 10 days ago, somebody had asked that. Somebody had asked, will Blake they said Blake, but I guess it's Blaze, or anybody, from marketing be able to present a clear vision and strategy for what the marketing will be doing at the next town hall? And Matt said, and I quote, I don't expect this will be ready for the next town hall, meaning the one today. We have also been working with two very experienced marketers who previously led the marketing team at Alluvium to create our marketing strategy. And I expect to have that ready in early 2025 and to start really rolling it out around the time of Conclave Arcana, set to launch in March or April. So when it comes to marketing, that's why I didn't include it on there, because I didn't want to set myself up and you guys for disappointment. We're just not going to get any marketing updates until probably early 2025. So considering the fact that we're not going to get it, Matt clearly said we're not going to get it this month. Next month might be a little bit of a light town hall. It's holiday time and whatever is going on. So my guess is that we don't get a clear vision and what the roadmap and all that stuff is going to be until whatever that first town hall of January is. And as he's stating here, it doesn't sound like any of the marketing initiatives will begin in full thrust until we get to Conclave Arcana time, which is probably March-ish, right? April for the launch, March for the pre-sale. So that's why it wasn't included in my video, but you're absolutely right. It's something that the community is waiting for desperately. It just sounds like we're not going to get it very soon, at least for not another 2 months. So Dragon says 2024, but I regret saying that already. I mean, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if we got hardcore mode in 2024? All right, I mentioned to Blaze how bad of an idea that would be. What was his response? I'm curious to know how where he stands on the whole bot thing, because it is polarizing for a lot of people. All right, so Renee says marketing would be awesome news to me. I mean, hopefully we can get some kind of update. I'm just not expecting anything because 10 days ago Matt said not to expect anything. So Dragon says hardcore mode sounds like a good idea to get players excited to play the game. Then it can grow legs when new people come in and see the fun. Yeah, again, I maintain that I don't think hardcore mode, as excited as we are for it, I mean, literally just the name hardcore mode is not going to be the thing that brings in new players. And it's not going to be the thing that new players become inclined towards after they join. It's literally called hardcore mode. When you first turn on a game, you don't go straight to hardcore mode, right? You're like, where's the tutorial? So my guess with hardcore mode, and the reason I'd like to see it in 2024 if possible, is because it's not meant to be a thing that brings in new players. It's meant to be something that sounds like it gives utility to extra copies of cards, right? That's the thing that consistently rings a bell in my head. And so I'm just thinking about the legions and legions of Chaos Legion cards that are remaining out there with no kind of use case, and the unopened packs and the cards. And it's like, well, if they can find a use case for that, if they can incentivize people and players, whether big or small, to jump in and participate, that'd be kind of cool. Would be kind of cool, because what that'll do is hopefully solve one of the biggest nagging issues that we've had since Chaos Legion launched, which is Chaos Legion, right? Like, there's just been so much of it, and if there's a creative way for people who own multiple copies, or maybe would like to own multiple copies, or hell, maybe even rent multiple copies, then it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? We can start to soak up that liquidity of the cards, because Lion sure as hell didn't. So it'd be a good thing overall. So Tail says monetary rewards opened up with no bot enforcement. Oh, okay, that's the direction you're going. Okay. So if bots are allowed, then a wild pass type buy-in would be required, but then no one would play it probably if the costs are greater than the rewards. Interesting. Okay. I am very curious to see how this thing shapes up and what your final thoughts on it will be, because you presented actually quite a good vision in your theory for it. And while I don't know what the details are necessarily, but I'm inclined to think that you were probably on a very similar track, except for the botting stuff. And again, that's only because of like one conversation I had one time long ago. But maybe it ends up being something completely different. Swami's here. Whoa, Swami, I haven't seen you in a live stream ever. You do leave comments, which is nice. Oh, I forgot that I left the window open. It sounded like somebody was raiding my fridge. I was like, what? Okay. No, it's coming from outside. All right. Swami says Trunk should launch a new line of 14K gold 1.0 BTC collector dolls, which does the trunk dance and utters trunkisms. Did you misspell Trump this whole time, or is there someone else named Trunk that I should be aware of? All right, so Vlogging says, I saw that Matt bought the latest auction. Oh, I missed that. I saw that he had went heavy, like 1.4 million or something. I can't explain it, but at least if I was in a leadership position of the company, I would rather silently buy it later from the market instead. Interesting. That is very interesting. I don't know that I agree with that, though. And I think people would be on different sides, right? It shows Matt is going in and outbidding, but I can see where you're coming from. But you know what? The thing is, he's in the same boat as everybody else. It's not like he got a pass to the front of the line. He's like literally willing to pay the most for it. In fact, I kind of want to see if what I saw was his price. Okay, what is going on, man? This game is weighing out on me. Shop, auction, past winners. Yeah, but Met, yeah, 1.4 million. Did he fight anybody for it? He's like, Azrakhan, I raise you 100,000. Loving the move. Man, we're still at 1.3 million. Yo. This is wild. And we're a couple days away from the gold foil one. Let's see. The first gold foil is coming up. What is it? 11/26. This is next week, right? 5 days. Okay, I'll still be here. So we'll be able to do some live streams. Dwayne says hardcore news. Wait, what? Did we get hardcore news? Was there something up? Something I should be aware of? Was there a post? What are you talking about? What's this hardcore news? Splinter Forge is already doing hardcore mode. SPL news. Okay. Well, I should have read the next one. All right. Well, I mean, no disrespect to Splinter Forge, but I think we're waiting on hardcore mode from Splinter Lands. Dwayne, it is good to see you, man. How are you feeling, dude? You have remained unequivocally bullish this entire time. Dude, since I've known you, since I've been following you, I feel like all of your conviction is about to get rewarded again, which is fantastic. I'm very happy for you, and I hope it pays off handsomely. So Ankh, what's going on? Good to see you here. Welcome to the family, aka the stream. Smash the like. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right, he wants to sell to bot farms. Oh, Blaze wants to sell to bot farms? I need to hear this. Where did he talk about this? Ankh says, I don't like the new update. You know what? Me neither, but I don't tell anybody that I said that. It's so difficult to watch the battles. I don't know why. It's like there's so many things happening at the same time, and I just can't like keep up with it for some reason. And I'm even watching it at a slower speed, and it's more difficult to keep up with. I almost have to put it at the slowest speed. But don't tell anybody. Don't tell Lilyfire. I don't want her to get. I'm trying to remain positive about this. All right, just need to get used to it. Maybe, Ankh? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's also messing up my PC. Now they're like Splinter's like forcing me to get a new PC or a new laptop. Howdy. What's going on? All right, so Dwayne says Splinter Force Survival is what I expect our hardcore mode to be. It will cater to whales and bot farms. Cause card depth is okay. So can you explain, or can anybody explain what Splinter Forge Survival mode is? Just like the 2-sentence version. I thought hardcore mode would be more or less like current P2P challenges. I'm not sure. Congrats to Heloise, or Yaba snagging Heloise number 14. Indeed. Dude, what are they doing outside? Hold on. It's like they're shoveling cement to bury dead bodies or something. All right, Swami says trunk equals trumps. Yay! All right, so I got it. So Dwayne says vet snagged cheap Heloise so far. I think that price will be the low buy. I do. Really? You think we're gonna sell another 85 of these over $1 million BEC a piece? That would be wild, bro. I mean, congrats to vet. That was a snag. I think everybody, like, that first day, I forgot who won the first day, but it's just like after that, people are like, are we really gonna pay this much for a card? Like, I don't want to do that. And then vet swooped in and got it. And then everybody's like, all right, I guess we are, so let's do it. This is the new normal. So Labs says, what would you feel about accepting that the entry fees for the game are too high and lowering the pack prices to make it more welcoming? $10 promo legendaries instead of $50, $1 to $2 packs. So my counter to you is literally what the team is doing. The entry point to the game has now been reduced to free. So you can play the game 100% for free. Is it going to be a good version of the game? I don't know. Probably not. You're going to need to, like, buy some cards. But I don't know that that's a valid thing anymore. If people want to come in and try the game, they can. I don't know that lowering I mean, again, I was always for lowering pack prices. When it comes to promo stuff, I'm kind of on the fence with that. It's just like, let the whales eat, right? It benefits all of us when the whales get full. So pack prices, sure. I think that there's an opportunity to offer lower pack prices. But you know what? If you think about it, the starter packs are kind of that. I mean, yes, you're not getting the gold foil legendary copies, which is maybe what people chase. But if you're trying to build a deck, 25 cards, right? 25 cards for $5. That's not terrible. I don't know, just me. We are too expensive. You should be able to get max deck for a new set for about $500 in my opinion. I do think that there should be a better entry point, but I also think that there is a decent entry point at this point, right? Like, because what you're talking about, I think where people get confused, or sorry, I don't mean to say this about you, but like just where I think there's a lot of conflation, if I'm using that word correctly, is this idea that getting started is the same as being competitive, right? So for example, I'm going to use my experience with Parallel. I bought a starter deck for $30. I spent maybe another couple dollars buying cards off the market that I specifically like. So let's say my buy-in was 0.01 ETH at the time, which is, again, probably like let's say like $40, right, max. I was able to play. I was able to have fun, but was I able to climb the leaderboards with that? No. Was I able to earn and have a good time with it? Yes. So the question then becomes, how do we replicate that experience here? Well, I think if somebody buys a couple of starter packs, $50 worth of starter, I mean, hell, if you say $500 worth of starter packs, that's a lot of cards, and allows them to get started in the game and start playing. Does it allow them to be competitive? No. And that's okay. Because at the end of the day, this is a collectible game. This is a pay to win type of game. The same as all of the analog TCGs it is based on, right? With Pokemon or Magic the Gathering, for example. Like if I didn't have the cards, like I could go and buy a starter deck for Magic the Gathering when I used to play. But if I wanted like that top tier card, I'd have to go, well, not, back in the day, I'd have to go find a store, pay the going market price of whatever that store was willing to sell it to me for, and then I'd have that card. I think we operate in the same kind of ecosystem here, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a new thing that makes Splinterlands evil or different or expensive because it's Web3. In fact, I think it's a perfect digital representation of what we used to do with the analog. So I agree with you in theory that I agree with you in full about the need for cheaper prices to get started. And the fact that we have a free-to-play version of the game so people can actually check to see if they like the style of the game, if they like the, whatever it is, the different types of rule sets and whatever, right? They can do that for free. If they want to get started and be a little bit more competitive, I haven't checked in a while, and I'm not going to check now, but you can go and buy Chaos Legion cards and packs. You know what, fine. I'm checking right now just because we're on the topic. But last I checked, you could get a fully competitive Chaos Legion deck for like a couple $100. Did you say 500? I think you said 500, right? I need to go back and check the chat. But holy moly, check that out. For $600, you can get a fully maxed Chaos Legion set. And yes, I know you won't be able to play that in Modern, but I'll tell you this. I mean, this is still going to be relatively competitive in Wild. And especially if we get more and more people in the Wild, well, then Wild gets to be competitive. And yeah, so that's my long-winded answer, Lapsus. I agree with you in certain aspects, and I think other aspects don't need to be adjusted. I was 5 minutes behind in your live. Oh, it's all good, Dwayne. All right, so I wonder if we were getting any teasers before the town hall. Well, we got 4 hours. Some crazy gal referred to Trump as Trunk in a rant, which is funny. Oh, thought you would have caught the meme. I'm sorry, I did not. Where was it? I'm on Twitter, but I'm not on. Is it TikTok? I haven't been on TikTok in a minute. All right, I just got a notification, or 8 minutes ago, that we hit 99 again. Nope. All right, so while we're waiting for this, let's just go to CoinMarketCap and have this up in the background. I think we did this earlier this week. 98,459. What is the all-time high? How high up did we get? 99,014 is what this says 1 hour ago. Okay. So Dragon says, I have to go full screen because the cards are so tiny. Yeah, Dwayne says, trivial rewards add up to change lives. Across a long time horizon, SPL has it. I'm all in. All in, baby. Let's go. I mean, what's kind of crazy about this is, I mean, obviously there's an incredible amount of risk the further out on the risk curve that you go, and Splinterlands, no doubt, is further out on the risk curve. But, you know, you got me asking myself, why am I not aping into SPS at this point? It's sitting at or around a penny. Its market cap is roughly what, 16 million, 15, 16 million. I think it can very easily, not financial advice, not a prediction, but I think it can very easily 10x that market cap, because that wouldn't even be a new all-time high market cap, right? That would be 160 million when we topped out at like 200 million last time, between 200 and 250. So I'm not saying it's a guaranteed 10x, but I'm also not. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what's gonna happen. but now I'm thinking about why I'm not buying more SPS at the moment. All right, so Renee says first gold foil auction will go crazy. I hope it'll be fun to watch bids come in throughout the day. Indeed. It might be like the first one where there won't be any bids. Somebody just goes in and they're like 3 billion DEC, and then everybody's like, okay, I don't want to pay that much more, so I'm gonna wait until the last 5 minutes. So Tails says, in the TPG episode and confirmed in TPG chat, it is concerning. Okay, so this is regarding Blaze wanting to bring back bots and bot farms. Well, I can confirm not that aspect of it, but you know, I was privy to conversations about the fact that like mass bots were, this is such a tricky way to word this, but they had an impact. You know what? I'm just going to say it. They had a positive impact on the game economy. Now, positive can be taken as in they propped up the economy, which they absolutely did. And once they were gone, so went the economy, or the game economy. But if you're looking to, you know, it's a very fine needle that you're looking to thread. I agree with you on this, right? It's a very fine needle that you're looking to thread if you want to get the benefits of mass bots and botting in your game without the cons, right? You want the pros, but you want to mitigate the cons. And I mean, I share your concern that it is a slippery slope. Is it impossible though? I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know that. Vlogging says, who doesn't like the new battle layout? I think it's great. I mean, the layout's fine. It's just the way that it all interacts is kind of weird to me. All right, so Dwayne says 30 cards, enter a dungeon, fight one big boss after another, loot drops every boss kill, financial rewards for each win. Oh, that would be interesting because that is not on my radar at all. That would be a completely different game mode. Not that I was like expecting anything specific with hardcore, but I didn't have it as like boss fights, because if that was the case, then they would just call this boss fights, wouldn't they? And get it over with. Google, listen here, trunk. Okay, I will check it out. Also, I know this is a little smug, but I don't use Google anymore. Does anybody else still use Google? Just can't trust it. They're just listening too much, which is funny because I'm like, obviously I'm streaming to YouTube and all that, which is owned by Google. But my preferred search engine now is Brave. And then if Brave is not available, then I'll use DuckDuckGo. So my main point of bringing that up, not to call you out, Swami, my main point of bringing that up is we spent like 2 decades getting used to Google and using Google as not just a name and a noun, but a verb. And I'm wondering now if we're on the precipice of that fading away. So Dwayne says, look at how many people trying to buy a second Hell we saw already. After that, the bull market green candles, there's a high probability cards are going to be more expensive in 30 days, not cheaper. Wouldn't that be a change, man? Would that not be a phenomenal change? Every time during the bear market, I kept asking people, or kept telling people, this is a great time to get into the game. Cards are cheap, and they will always get cheaper. So Vlogging says, if the team buys one auction each, and then some people want to buy at least two, there's not that many left for others. I'm starting to believe they all go 1 million plus. If the team buys one auction each. But how many people on the team? There's like 5 people on the team. It's like Matt, Nate. Did Nate even bid? Investigate? I haven't seen Investigator bid. I don't know. So Lamps says the level cap should be brought back and rule sets for max cards playable should be added. Then you wouldn't have to play with max deck, but could benefit from increasing levels. Well, we know why they were taken away. Again, I'm not opposed to bringing them back, but I do want to see what this bull run looks like without them. And if it fails, then, you know, a year from now, you can tell me you were right. Leandra says, I think 500 is too low. However, I would love $2 to $3 packs. Wait, you think $500 is too low as a buy-in? That's crazy. All right, fair enough. Do you think there will be an unlock fee for Gladius cards when they rotate a new set in and make them tradable? Probably. If they make them tradable, then yes, I think that there will be an unlock fee, obviously. But I also think that Gladiator cards are the last remaining thing, and I hope, in a sense, I hope they do not ever make them tradable. I hope at some point, when things are in a better spot and they can add more cards, they just add a new Gladius pack to the store. Meaning that players who come in 2026 and 2027, they can still buy the original Gladius packs, right? Gladius pack 1 and get their Quoras and their Gobson family. Or they can buy the newer ones, right? And for us that have been around and have hopefully maxed out our Gladiator cards by then, Gladiator 1 cards, we can move on to Gladiator 2. In that way, there is something in the game then that is truly you must play to to progress. Steve says, I'm late to the show. What up, Steve? You're not late, man. The party starts when you get here. All right, so risk curve, schmish curve. We are safer than treasuries. Guys, did you see what's going on? All right, so totally unrelated to this, but I did tweet about it today. China issued bonds to Saudi Arabia in USD. And I know that's not going to seem like anything crazy, but if you're interested in anything macro, if you're interested in anything about the US dollar, I would recommend, I'm not trying to shill my Twitter. In fact, I'm trying to shill someone else's, but I forgot their name. And if you just go to my Twitter, I quote tweeted it and said, this is the most important thing you're going to read today if you're interested in the future of US dollars. But if you go down that post or that thread that I quote tweeted, it is wild what is about to happen in the world. And it just makes me want to have more Bitcoin. More and more and more Bitcoin. So Vlogging says, SPS could do a 10x, of course, but it's not the least risky 10x. The company still has a good chance to go bankrupt. Yeah. Well, I'm off that train, but you're not wrong. There's always a risk. All right, so Tails says, reason number 1, it has potential corporate runway of less than 12 months. Short-term gain equals long-term pain. Reference the last 3 years. Oh man, if you thought the last 3 years were brutal, guys, or 2 years, whatever it is, 2.5 years, just wait until the next bull run, man. Just wait until the next bear market. It's gonna be awful, and I'm just hoping you guys got to keep me honest, right? I'm employing Darkest Night and Walking Keys and anybody else that I talk to, which includes you guys. To keep me honest. The moment people start talking about islands, I'm selling. I'm selling enough to cover my expenses for another 3-year bear market. Um, Lapses also, does the team hold BTC? Can they liquidate their crypto holdings in order to keep going longer if needed? I mean, I believe so. I mean, I know they hold crypto. I'm assuming they would hold Bitcoin as a large part of that. But also, I'm not worried about the runway at this point. It seems as though they are in a position where they have been able to cover themselves until Conclave Arcana. Now, the big question becomes, what happens when Conclave Arcana comes out? How many packs does that sell? How much revenue does that generate? How much more of a runway does that give them? Not only that, if Bitcoin continues its rise and goes parabolic and we get, fun kind of, I don't believe it's a super cycle, but, just fun kind of numbers, will Matt be able to pull the trigger on that and say like, okay, let's sell some here and hold cash, right? To kind of extend our runway and then buy back in later. Again, how is it going to manage the corporate treasury? And why we are down 75% and Bitcoin is up 6%. Bro, we're down 99%. It used to be 99.5%, but now we're only down 99%. So, baby steps. Dwayne says, I dropped a video just now explaining Splinter Forge survival and using it as speculation for hard promote and SPL. I could be off, but I see something worth considering. Oh, guys, go check that out. Let's go show Dwayne some love. I want to go check it out too, Dwayne, in case you're right. All right, so LOL search sites, just ask ChatGPT or the Microsoft one. Oh, I mean, isn't search.gpt out or ChatGPT coming out, or is it out already? I should know this, but I don't. I did see something for Twitter about it. Did see something for it on Twitter recently, but I don't know if that was an announcement of it launching or an announcement of it coming soon. $500 is too low for a full maxed level set of cards. Oh, you're saying that $500 will not get you a max level set of cards. Okay, but that you're kind of missing my point there, Leandro. My point with it was somebody, or whoever it was earlier, I'm sorry, said that they were willing to spend $500, right? Gosh, I'm not gonna find it now. And all I was saying was for $500, you could get almost a max level deck of Chaos Legion. And if you got almost a max level deck of Chaos Legion, you'd probably be able to make it up to gold or to diamond. All right, hold up. One second, guys. I need to, oh, never mind. I was like, why do they keep calling me? All right, so Luke, what's going on? I'm here. BTC gonna go 100K now. All right, sweet. We've been waiting for you. My Solana bags are happy. Yeah, same with mine. Yeah, Steve, I saw that too. Sailor's meeting with Microsoft. They're gonna give him 3 minutes, man. Well, no, the stock is down now. This is why I'm getting blown up. Because it hit 550 today. Oh my gosh, it's down to 390. Guys, look at this chart. It's wild. Oh my gosh. It's down to 390. Craziness. Craziness. I'm just holding MicroStrategy for the long term. Now, I did trade a little bit of it, so I'm glad I sold. But yeah, this is crazy. All right, hold up. Just give me 1 second. That's the thing. I orange pill my dad, and now like anytime Bitcoin moves, he's like calling me. He's like, "What should I do?" So 1 second. Let me just make sure he's all right. All right, I'm sorry about that. Let's go ahead. continue. Oh, we've been on for an hour. So you know what? Because I'm going to be sitting for like a bunch of other hours later. So we can start to wrap this up. As much as I'm enjoying hanging out with you guys, I really, really want to see. Oh, wait, 98.7. How can I sign off, man? If we cross back to 99. Islands, I'm near there. I'm nearly there as soon as 100K hits. Damn, let's go. Never mind. Already on an island. It's called the UK. Ankh 12. Let's go. Hold on. Why is the emoji look weird on my end? Wait, how come I'm not seeing the updates here? I didn't see that comment. Oh, this is on Twitch. Oh, cool. Okay. Sorry, Ankh, I didn't realize you were hanging out on Twitch. I'm just curious because I want to see. All right, ChatGPT is a search engine now. All right, so Swami says, as Trump applies massive tariffs on China, good things will follow. Trump is also likely to appoint a White House crypto czar. Yes, I saw that, which would be fantastic because if that sets the precedent, then that would be fantastic for whoever comes in 2028, right? Or 2029. So I really like that. You know, though, so I'll put it out on record now. Just because it's feeling a little too bullish. Clearly there has been, a very strong political divide in the US around crypto, sadly, unfortunately. And my genuine fear is that instead of it getting better, it will get worse. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, so I think we are going to have a bull run for the ages coming up in the next year with Bitcoin, with, tariffs, and all the stuff that they're trying to do, right? They're really going to try and get the economy into a different place. And I'm hopeful, right? I think that there's a lot of really cool things that they could do to do that. But everything goes in cycles, okay? Everything goes in cycles, and this is the Bitcoin cycle. This truly is going to be the Bitcoin cycle. BlackRock's in, Fidelity's in. Like, when all of the boomers, okay, boomers, Gen X, like people who are up there, when they start seeing what's going on and they start aping into these ETFs, because that's their way to get exposure rather than buying Bitcoin itself. So when they start aping into the ETFs, and this thing climbs to God knows what, 6, 7, 800,000, 1 million, right? I'm just, this is all hypothetical, but if it were to climb that high and people are aping in at those numbers, and then just like every other bear market, we're going to get another bear market with another roughly 70 to 80% drawdown. I believe it in my soul. Everybody says this time is different. No, it's not. It's all the cycles, man. It's still going to cycle. And you're going to get a bunch of people who are going to look at Bitcoin and be like, oh, we were told that this was like the technology of the future, that this is the base layer, that this is whatever. It went all the way up to $1 million, and I bought it at $1 million, and now here it is crashing in Q4 of 2026, and it's down to $200,000. There's going to be a hell of a lot of upset people. And they're going to blame Bitcoin. And they're going to blame crypto. And that could make the 2026 as well as the 2028 election very, very interesting. Because as much as I'd like to believe the fight against nation states is over if the US adopts it, if you get the sentiment strong enough, I think about how many people in the YouTube comments, on crypto Twitter and on Reddit, wherever you were talking like crypto stuff, think just how many people are so emotional about their investments being down, right? Now, the thing is, anybody who's been buying crypto the last couple of cycles, we're all insane. We're all degens, right? We're not the conservative type that's sitting here and waiting, and having our retirement accounts or whatever. But the people that get in this cycle, they will be the ones that might be throwing their retirement accounts into the mix. And then to see that shit go down 50%, 60, 70, 80% is going to be wild for them. is going to be absolutely wild. And if you saw how our generations handled it, just imagine when those generations, or it's not even a generational thing, but I'm just talking about like, if you saw how degens handle it, just imagine what normies are going to look like. And they're going to be craving something to get revenge for them, to make it right. I mean, how many crazy like comments do we get here in Splinterlands where somebody's just like, the company screwed me, right? The company screwed me, and they need to take their hard-earned dollars, whatever they have left, and they need to make me whole. They need to raise the value of my assets, right? Like, as ludicrous as that sounds, as crazy as it is, like again, just to not understand the economics of it, the corporate nature of it, the corporate financial nature of it. But imagine that like times 100x, times 1,000x. And it's going to be wild, and you're going to have people, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I worry about, right? And I'm not getting political. I don't want to get political about it, but obviously one side has been more hostile than the other. And my hope is that we don't get that hostility coming back from one side or the other, where somebody comes in and says, you know what? It was that side that told you we need to go all in on Bitcoin. And look at what happened to your retirement accounts. Look at what happened to your 401ks, right? It's their fault. Now we need to seize Bitcoin. We need to shut it down. It should not have any part in the American financial institution. We need to get more control, because all this unregulated stuff, you see what happens when free markets are actually free. Again, we all are on the same page here, but imagine normies listening to that and feeling like somebody's going to go fight for them and to make them whole and to punish those who they feel wronged in them. That'll be a movement, a scary one, because it'll be based on emotion, based on people's wallets and the ability to provide, put food on the table for your family. It's a very powerful thing. And if you don't think that it can happen, again, history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. And I don't know that we are in a position where, you know, they won't do that. Was it Order 6602 or something like that? I forgot the number, but the gold seizure, right? From roughly 100 years ago. So on this day that Bitcoin is flirting with 100K, that is my bearish story for you. That is my bearish theory of what is going to happen. Sorry to bring the mood down, but I just thought it had to be said. So enjoy it while it lasts. Make sure you take your profit, keep some gains, and we'll see how the next 4 years play out. Yeah, that chart was wild. Dragon says, go give dad some financial advice. Oh, we didn't hear that. I mean, I orange pilled my parents back in 2017. And it's funny because like the stuff that's happening now, it's like I was saying this stuff back then. And even if I didn't like fully get it or fully believe it, it's like, here we are. And it's like, you know, like they just don't believe you. And then even when it's happening, they still like don't believe you, or they don't remember that it happened, that you said it. It's like in 2017, I was like, yeah, I'm buying Bitcoin at, but it was like 4,000, 10,000 at the time. I was like, I think it'll go to 100,000 someday. Right. So I'm just going to buy and hold. And then obviously I learned more about Bitcoin over time. And now here we are. And, you know, I'm like trying to remind my dad, I'm like, remember when I told you to just like buy a little bit more, or to DCA? That was the biggest thing. Man, I was putting my small gains in BTC. It looks good now, but I wish it was more. Yeah, man, for sure. But see, this is why like I'm just such a big fan of like dollar cost average. Like that's just what I did throughout the entire bear market. Now I wish I had more money to dollar cost average, but like, you know, not to name the person, but like I was talking with someone literally over the summer about MicroStrategy, right? And again, I'm not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice. I'm just relaying a story to you in which I have the benefit of 2020 hindsight. But over the summer, like MicroStrategy dipped, and it was like it dipped like 120, and then it popped back up to 130. And I was talking to someone, and they're like, "Oh, like it's back up from 120 to 130. Like, should I buy?" And I was like, I don't know where MicroStrategy is going. I have my price targets, which are significantly higher. And my point is, when it hits those potential price targets, are you going to care whether you bought at 120 or 130? Right? So here we are 3-4 months later. I was literally on the phone with this person earlier today, and I was like, remember that conversation? I was like, did you buy at 120? No. They sat at 130 waiting for it to go back to 120. Oh my God. The amount of money that they kept on the sideline too is heartbreaking. So, because that would have been a 4x, or maybe a 3x now with this dip, but you get my point. So that's the only financial advice that I feel comfortable giving out. It's just dollar cost average. If you believe in something, you got conviction in it, just dollar cost average. It's the best way to go. Dragon says, I'm outside having a fire in the snow watching Bitcoin bonfire. Let's go. All right. Matthew says, what's up, everyone? Green candle day. Good to see you, Matthew. Steve says, this bull run, thinking about what was lost to Celsius is going to hurt. Oh, don't remind me, man. If I can make it up with Splinterlands, I'll be happy. Now we got some Democrats who are pro-Bitcoin also, and most of the anti-ones lost besides Warren. Again, see, this is why I don't want to make it a partisan thing, because I was, who was like, Ro Khanna? I listened to like an interview with him, and it's good to see that. It's good to see that, that kind of attitude, right? I want people to just get it. But even still, even if like people on both sides get it, there could be someone that comes from either party, either side, right? Obviously there's one that might be a little bit stronger case now, but either way, it would be something where people would just resonate with it. It wouldn't be like political parties anymore. So this is how good ChatGPT is. It seems like I can't do more browsing right now. Please try again later. If you have other questions. Oh, okay. Well, I guess ChatGPT is still working. T00 for alt, it's going to be way more destructive. I agree. But the thing is, people don't have as much access to alts. Oh, well, I guess you have like the Ethereum ETFs and all that. But like the true degen stuff, not as much. And here's the thing. I agree that it's more destructive for alts. But if you are a boomer or Gen X, like on the doorstep of retirement, and you have your nice little nest egg there, and you are chasing the high, being irresponsible, or what you believe is responsible, trying to, allocate some of your capital into, Bitcoin. But you know how greed gets everybody, right? So let's say they put 10%, 20% into their thing, and all of a sudden, like, they lose 80% of the value of that, right? All of a sudden, they just took a haircut on their nest egg, and that leaves them in a position where they're very upset. All right, if Bitcoin is at 1 million, governments are holding it just like big banks will be. Too big to fail, they will prop it up. Maybe. Aftersound, did you just do a total Aggie voice? If I did, it was by accident. I don't even remember what I said. Gains have to come from somewhere. I agree. T00. All right, so dude, Steve said, dude, Trump won the popular vote. We are normies now. I mean, BlackRock, Bridge anymore. Well, no, again, but how many people out there, like, okay, Steve, I dare you to go to any public place and see, like, what is the percentage of people that you would think are, balls deep into crypto? I mean, maybe you'll get like a decent percentage of people that own some Bitcoin, or they opened up a Coinbase account and they have like $10 worth. But I'm talking about people at our level or slightly less. So Swami says, agreed. Humans will always be erratically emotional. The only real saving grace is that if the underlying technology of the blockchain can address the long-term macroeconomic productivity issues. Well, I mean, to me, it already solves the problem. It creates decentralized money. But the thing is, every cycle we've seen it pop up higher than it should be, right? In terms of its organic growth. So sure, this time is different, in quotes. I'm using that in quotes. This time is different in the sense that you have nation states getting involved now, potentially. But I think nation states are just comprised. The nation states are just people, man. It's just people making decisions at the end of the day. They're just slower but maybe just as emotional. I don't know. So Druid says Citron founder Andrew Left was charged with securities fraud in July. Now he has put large short position on MicroStrategy. Yeah. I mean, you don't think the Bitcoin, like, I read a great thing a while ago. I forgot where it was, but something along the lines of like, if all these hedge funds that like to short stocks, like thought the GameStop apes were, strong holders, they haven't met Bitcoiners yet, right? And that's essentially who's holding MicroStrategy at this point. So Brandon says crypto is barely 10% of normies right now. The S-curve is coming and it's going to be wild. Yeah, see, so that's the point that I'm trying to make. Yeah, they're not as deep as us, as Steve, but they're all in it now. Mostly people I know my age or younger have at least some Bitcoin. True, but it's different between being like some. Like I would imagine a majority of the people here. In fact, actually, let's do a little poll. I'm gonna fish for some comments from folks. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I'm only gonna fish for comments from folks that are not heavily into crypto. Like maybe you're just into Splinterlands in the game and you're just kind of checking things out. But I don't know what a significant, I'm gonna let you define that, but if you do not have a significant portion of your net worth in Bitcoin or crypto or both, please say something in the chat. Very curious to see how many people that is, because we have 30 something people here. I highly doubt like that number, the number of people that pipe up about that, I think are going to be less than one hand. Now nation states can print money to buy it. I can't do that. What, Steve? You can't print money? Come on. You got a point. I love the fact that everybody's saying like this time will be different. This time will be different. Just because last time it wasn't different. Even though they said the same thing, but it's okay. I don't care. I'm here for the long run, so it's gonna be a fun ride regardless. All right, looks like Bitcoin's retracing now. Joffrey says, fun fact, I sold Mantroth and bought a new PS5. Damn it, if only my Mantroth was worth that much, then I would get my PS5. Tether recently printed a whole bunch of new tokens, so there's that. Dude, Tether's business model is crazy. Like, they make the most profit per employee, I think, in the world by a large margin. See, Ankh is 100% in crypto. There you go. Joffrey, let me know when you sell one and get a goat or two. See, that's what I need. Need some goats in my life, Brandon. Need some goats, need some chickens. Need to get on a farm here in the great state of Texas. All right. Well, look, I've been on for over an hour now. But you know how this goes. Usually after I sign off is when the market reacts. So I know, Sailor's just waiting until I sign off. So Michael, just give me a second. I'm going to hop off here and then you can go smash by another 4 billion or whatever it is that you're going to do to push us over the top. Vlogging says, I have 99.9% in crypto and then some fiat to pay rent. Yeah. Okay. So see, what's funny? All the people that I said not to respond are responding now because they're on the opposite side of the spectrum. I didn't mean for it to happen. My crypto is still above my cash saving. But see, that's what happens, right? This is why everybody this is why that whole okay, everybody should get off zero when it comes to Bitcoin, right? Put 1% of your net worth into Bitcoin. And the thing is, after 4 years or after 5 years, all of a sudden that 1% becomes a significantly higher percentage. And then you're like, well, let me see what this is all about, right? And I'm talking about normies here, right? This is like the thing that you tell normies. It's like, just put 1% in, that's it. And all of a sudden, if that 1% becomes 5% because it just goes absolute bananas, or, between 5 to 10%, all of a sudden they're like, wait, what is this Bitcoin thing? I want to learn a little bit more about it, right? It's taking up a bigger portion of my net worth. Do I sell it? Do I whatever? And once you go down the Bitcoin rabbit hole, once you get orange pilled, there's no going back.
Long. Did you get some Monster Math show many months ago about service that can use to pay bills? I remember that. Dragon says, I had 20K in Bitcoin, but sold a couple of weeks ago, but I'm hanging on to pounce back in. Oh boy. Sorry, man. It's about 50% of my overall, and I got nervous. It's all good, man. I mean, hey, it happens. It would be a way higher number if I didn't have to pay for my wedding. Well, you know, you gotta pick and choose. Just remember. Sorry, Matthew. You know I love you, man. I'm not. I was just gonna say, just remember, Bitcoin bull runs are a life-changing event. But I wish you and your fiance the best. Dragon, have a good day, night, everyone. All right, guys. Well, we'll be live again in like 5 hours, so that's why I want to go and potentially hit the gym before that. I'll be on with Tails and Lorcas, and the town hall begins in 3 hours. So, you know, hopefully this tided you over until then. But we'll be doing a lot of Splinterlands tonight. We got the town hall, we got the tournament, we got the chat with the Trinity. I guess that's what we're called now. And then hopefully once I sign off, Michael Saylor goes and buys a ton of Bitcoin and gets us over that 100K hump. But we're almost there, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll catch up with you all very soon, potentially in the next couple of hours. But if not, have a good one. Peace.